and welcome back to Shit They Don't Tell You. I'm Nikki Limo, and this is my dad.
No, this is Steve Green. Hi. This is also known as Iceman.
You look like a dad, so I
listen,
maybe you're my dad.
Is it?
Then I remembered my dad's.
Is it because I'm wearing my sunglasses?
Yes.
Well, people are.
And a golf shirt.
The fans are already calling this the sunglasses episode. It's a huge hit.
What?
The fans are calling this the sunglasses
No one
episode.
told me. Should I wear mine?
Well, no. I mean, they're mostly just focused on my sunglasses. But if you want to partake, you can.
I don't.
Fans are going crazy about it. They're all calling it the sunglasses episode. So it's pretty exciting stuff.
So does the sun melt an Iceman?
I have no comment.
Okay.
I have no
cool.
comment on
Well, today we're going to answer a lot of your questions that you've been submitting to us. Just a warning. We are not experts, although we look like experts, so I could understand how you would be confused on that. We're not any sort of expert at all. We're just giving you advice that comes from the heart.
This is not our field, but it is technically our field. If that makes sense.
It is our field, but not our field.
Does that make sense,
These
Mark?
are for entertainment purposes only.
Okay, yeah, we got the thumbs up. That
These
makes sense.
answers may help you, but if not, it was just for entertainment purposes only. It's just
correct.
So you know that.
So we can hide behind that, and we can hide behind our legal team as well.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
And you can hide your identity behind those sunglasses.
The sunglasses episode is going so well, by the way.
Oh, I feel it.
Yeah.
I'm a little confused by the theme, but I'm rolling with it.
That's what they're calling it, man. It's interesting.
Okay. Our first question, and I'm just going by titles. I don't read any of these questions beforehand. So if you want yours read, have an interesting title, I guess, is the lesson. But this one says, ooh, read me if you dare. I love a challenge.
All right, yes.
Hiya, Nikki, Nick, and Stevie. I love you guys so much. You're just the absolute best in every way. Humor, kindness, care, romance, friendship, every way. Oh my God. Thank you so much. Thank you so much.
Overwhelming.
I've listened to every single episode and I love lots of podcasts, but I gotta say, I think you guys should be listed in the top 10 podcasts ever. You know what?
The sunglasses episode is going to put us
You're
to the
my
top.
favorite, Shannon. I had to read ahead to see who was sending this. Thank you, Shannon.
Thank you, Shannon.
Dude, she's listened to it since the very first single episode ever. Well, a lot of people have not listened back that far.
We should quiz her if we could.
I don't remember. I don't remember that. Let me go study up.
Right?
All right. I'm trying to keep this short as I can. I had a question, but it's kind of general. What do you do when you know the person you're dating isn't for you? Someone that you care about who also cares about you, but it's just not the one, quote unquote.
Oh, I'm so excited to say this.
I know you guys have talked about the one and how you found each other, but what about when you haven't? Being stuck in a relationship like that and how to maneuver out of it and what to do afterwards. Another question involving this is, what about when your friends are all interconnected? Ooh, that makes it tough. How do you avoid resentment of your own and from your ex while keeping your mutual friends and probably having to interact with your ex a lot post-breakup?
Can I answer it?
Hold on. Thanks for all that you do, the love you give to the world and people that you are. I really can't tell you how much you have taught me and how much you made me feel loved and accepted as I am. From far away when my own family hasn't even really done that. Oh, I love you both. All my best always, Shannon. Shannon.
We love you, Shannon. Break up.
Sweetie.
Break up.
Wow, there's no build up for that.
Break up.
Ice breakup.
Break
Ice
up.
breaker. 1, 2, 3. Break up.
Break up.
Briggity break.
That's what we had to say to you.
Okay, but in all truthfulness, the whole having all the mutual friends things does make it really hard.
Yeah, no, look, okay, so when you have a ton of friends like that, right? And that's really difficult.
And you're going to see them again and again.
You're going to see them all the time.
We have a friend named Jess Caldwell, shout out.
Yes, and she was with our friend named Joji Tsukawa. Shout out.
And they were in the same boat, where mutual friends, they worked together, same company. Jess works for Joe's company.
They slept in different beds.
They slept in different rooms the whole time, yes. They really wanted to make it work because, on paper, they get along, right?
And they were tied in together. They had roots.
They had a lot of roots.
Spread out to all different branches of the tree.
They were even thinking, maybe we should get married to make it work. But then we stepped in, and what we told them was, break up.
We dropped the mic.
You should break up.
We said break up, and we dropped the fucking mic.
And they are so much happier.
Both
even with all the mutual friends involved, we see both of them on a regular basis, and they're both 100% happier.
Yes. And it's funny, too, because a lot of people think that Joe went nuts as a result of this, but Joe was always nuts. So just to be clear.
Sure, he became more of himself, actually.
Exactly.
He's actually got freedom of expression now.
Exactly.
Which is what he felt limited by when he was with Jess.
Yeah,
now they both can live their best lives. Exactly. And I feel like they're actually better for each other now. Like
and
better.
she's more herself
as
too.
friends.
They're both. They don't have to. Because when you're in a relationship, sometimes where you can't be yourself.
Yeah.
Right? And then around the other person, and then the other person can't be themselves around you.
Yeah.
You spend years going, who the fuck am I?
And you both drain each other.
Right. So you're in the situation where you have a friend gun to your head and you're asking yourself the wrong question.
As I feel like as long as you preface it to your friends so they don't feel like they have to take sides, and if it could be an amicable breakup where you both still care about each other's well-being, then it'll be okay.
Yeah, and there's always going to be some people are like, yo, you can't dump this person. It's too mean and I can't be your friend or whatever. But those people aren't good friends, man.
No.
Like people who want to hear the logic of whatever the argument of your breakup is and then go like, okay, well, I'm not in a fucking relationship with you. We're just friends. So it's okay to still be friends. Trust me, your real friends will emerge. You don't have to spend too much time stressing.
And the ones that take sides, they take sides, whatever. You can't really control anyone else's emotions or resentment. That might happen. You can prepare for that, but you can't really sacrifice your own happiness just so they won't resent you.
Exactly.
That's not fun for you or anyone.
You're going to have so much fun breaking up, I can't even begin to tell you.
Breaking up is so fun.
It's so much
oh, my
fun.
God.
Oh, my God. I'm so jealous.
We love you, Shannon.
I
hope that works out for you.
Seriously, we hope it works out. Please follow up with us. Let us know how it goes.
Yes.
And try to film the breakup if you could and then send it in to shit they don't tell you.
All right. This next one is titled in all caps, "Just Leave Me Alone." Well, I got to read that one.
All right.
Hi, Nikki and Steve. I admire you too for being so honest yet funny in your podcast. You always have awesome resources and thoughts to offer and help people. Thank you for that heart emoji. Thank you.
Thank you,
You're
heart
so
emoji.
sweet. Heart emoji back to you. Here's my situation. Please call me Lisa. All right, Lisa. A few months ago, I moved from my home country in the Northern Europe to the Netherlands to be with my new boyfriend. I had to leave behind my family, friends, and then fiance. Oh, wait. So you had a fiance. Oh, they're on good terms now, by the way. Wait, she had a fiance.
Repeat it.
Okay. A few months ago, I moved from my home country in Northern Europe to the Netherlands to be with my new boyfriend. I had to leave behind my family, friends, and then fiance. Oh, this is scandalous.
A woman about town.
I like it. All right. Everybody took me in with open arms, and I got to live with my boyfriend's family. My boyfriend introduced me to his huge group of friends, and they were also awesome and kind. Our countries are pretty similar, and I learned Dutch quickly, but the biggest culture shock for me is the busy social life. I had never realized before how much time I spent alone when we lived in different cities with my ex and just saw each other during the weekends. Now I have to interact with my boyfriend's family and friends all the time and go to parties and barbecues every weekend, and as an extra sensitive person, it really exhausts me. Also, because I'm still learning the language, I can't always take part in conversation, or it requires me to take more effort to keep up with it. I always considered myself an extrovert, but now I constantly feel like I want to be alone. I've expressed this to my boyfriend, but he is very bad at entertaining himself, so he doesn't really understand my needs. Whenever he goes somewhere for a longer time, I'm so excited about staying at home alone.
Oh.
Don't get me wrong, I love him so much, and I'm really glad we don't have to be in a long-distance relationship, but I just need my space. I think especially you, Nikki, can relate to this, so what should I do about this? I don't have money, and there are no apartments available, so moving out is not an option. I really like him and appreciate his family, so I don't want to break up either. Plus, the sex is amazing.
Oh, wow.
I hope that's the big reason.
That's a big one.
I hope you will read this and give me some insight. Thank you, smiley face, Lisa.
Lisa, you're not in a very dire situation.
No.
It sounds pretty fantastic,
it's pretty
actually. My big thing, a couple years ago, me and Nikki had the same problem. I like to go out. I like to be around people. I like to, if I'm at someone's place or with a bunch of people, I'm in fucking heaven, right? And Nikki only has an energy meter that runs so far. And so her energy meter would be running out as I am still thriving.
Yeah. There's like a low battery on a cell phone, and like it's just like it hurt almost. It hurt to.
And I didn't understand that for a while. I didn't understand how much it hurt you. I was just like, yeah, we're just going to stay a little longer or whatever. Because usually people are still talking to us or something's going on or whatever.
Yeah.
But once I had the understanding, which is what it sounds like this is a conversation you have to have, of like what it does to you. I don't think that your guy knows. I don't think he understands.
Yeah, I think this is just an issue of setting boundaries, and the boundaries conversation is always tough to have, especially when you didn't know you needed those boundaries when you moved in. You know, you always considered yourself an extrovert, so you didn't really know that you needed that space. It's really nice that you are able to recognize and acknowledge that
Yeah,
you actually need that space.
And good news, you get to change as a person even inside of a relationship. That's how you have a successful relationship, is that you allow change and you inform your partner of the change, and then they help you with that change.
Yeah, and they're there for you and they support you. And Steve can fuck off and do like some other thing while I need my alone space.
It's true. And that's just an understand. Well, also too, if Nikki tells me like, yo, at this time I need to leave, I now have her back.
Like if we're at a party.
No matter where we are.
Yeah.
I have her back now, instead of being selfish and like, oh, I still want to talk to people.
Mm-hmm.
I have her back now. Like, so, and that's what it's all about. If you're in a partnership with somebody, you're married, whatever it is, you have to have their back first.
Yeah.
Even ahead of your own sometimes. And so, yeah, and it's really not like a big compromise for me. I still get to go to a thing, but I have to leave at a certain time or whatever. And for her, it sounds like she's going to a lot of things. And maybe she just needs to be like, yo, I can only go to so many of these things.
And she lives with her boyfriend's family. I think that might be encroaching too. Like just having like so many people in the house, and like it just feels like you can never get away to recharge. Exactly. Even for an extrovert, you still have to get away sometimes to recharge. Like you're an extrovert, but if people are staying at our house, if there's like a family staying at our house for a few days, after a few days, you're like, I need to.
Oh yeah. I'm a human being, man.
Yeah.
Like I just want to hang with my wife again and have our routine back and like feed our kitties in the morning and do all the things we do. Yeah, exactly.
Exactly. So I don't know if you are looking to get your own apartment. It says you don't have money and there's no apartments available, so moving out's not an option. Okay, yeah. So if that's not an option, then I think just setting boundaries and having that conversation with everybody.
Also, couldn't you? And this is just explorative. I'm not claiming to have a solution here.
Okay. But
if I was, say, having a language issue where I'm trying to understand people and I can't really understand people.
Yeah. If
your dude was able to hang with you more at these parties, I wonder if that would help.
Oh, I think he does.
Oh, okay.
But because it says now I have to interact with my boyfriend's family and friends all the time and go to parties and barbecues every weekend. So he's there. It's just that.
Yeah. But no, you know what I'm saying? Like if we're at a party, I'm not like all next to you the whole time, shoulder to shoulder.
Right.
Like I kind of work the room a little bit and you kind of do your own thing too.
Yeah.
Like I wonder if I didn't know anybody, say, and I'm having a language problem with people.
Right.
If you were to abandon me to the wolves that way, I would really not look forward to the next party. And I don't even know if that's happening to her. I'm just trying to pitch on what it could be.
Yeah.
I wish we could talk to her actually in real life.
In real life, IRL. But I think just have that conversation and let us know how it goes.
Yeah.
Okay. This one's called Another One, but Make It Fucked Up as Fuck.
These are good titles today.
All right.
Good titles out there.
She says the Halo kitten's back again, but then she's like, oops, I meant help, not Halo.
Got it.
So the help kitten is back again. Cry emoji. Much love from Toronto. Been listening since the first episode. Wow. Another person listening to the first episode. Hell yeah. Slap it high. This one's a doozy, relationship related, and I hope you get to it soon. Cry emoji. I'll put it in perspective. Context. You meet a man/woman 5 years ago whom you're instantly attracted to. Y'all didn't meet at a great time for the both of y'all, mentally, emotionally, in a bad place, but y'all ended up together anyway. She or he, one of you, have said in the beginning that they wanted a poly relationship, 2 women, 1 man specifically, and not the other way around. Not part of this discussion because you wouldn't want it the other way anyway. And you haphazardly agreed to it because you were in a bad place and needed love. Fast forward now, a healthy 5-year relationship, and he/she has brought it up every 6 months to remind you that it's their deal breaker. What the fuck do you do when
what's your deal breaker? Not doing a poly relationship?
Yeah. Whoa. They went into it like, I need this to be.
When's our poly relationship happening?
So what the fuck do you do when you identify as a cisgender straight? You can obviously get the picture now that it's him who wanted it. Am I only considering this type of relationship dynamic because I don't want to lose him, or should I just rip off the Band-Aid? More info. He said I could be the one to seek the other female out to ensure I can love her too, but I'm straight. How can I love a woman romantically? A part of me is like, bitch, you need to leave him. And the other side is, am I being manipulated, or am I actually curious about this type of relationship, or I'm just scared to lose him? I need some guidance. A bitch being a wreck. Thank you.
My chick, my bitch, my wreck.
Also, he's a Virgo and I'm an Aries. Just extra content if that helps at all. I'm really emotional and he's really not. It's fine. You could be whatever.
It's okay.
star sign.
You're our wreck now.
Yeah.
Listen, I don't think that anything that you just said in there expresses your desire to have this relationship. Like everything that you said was negatives. Okay. If you had any positives in there, you're like, yo, plus side. On the other side, I think you had none of that. You obviously don't want this.
Also, polyamorous relationships are not about sex. It's about everybody in that relationship like loves each other. Like
Like supports each other.
You're in a romantic three-way relationship. So if you don't think you can love the third person, and you know what, I've honestly, I don't have any experience with a polyamorous relationship. This is just going by what I've read and heard. But I believe that all three love each other. I think that that's how it works. Not like, but then like I don't know. Then there's those Mormon documentaries where the one guy loves like 3 different wives and he's like all separate. So
He
I don't know how
tries.
that works. I don't know if is that considered polyamorous?
The best shit is when he's in his truck and he's talking to the documentary film crew. And he's like, and he just left like the 7th wife's house.
Yeah.
And he's like, people think this is a dream. This is easy. He's like, I got to go to like 7 flower shops. I got into 6 arguments. And we're all watching this like, fuck you, dude.
Yeah. Yeah, actually, I don't really know the exact dynamics, but I believe that you should be happy in the agreement that you're making with a relationship.
Correct.
No matter what kind of relationship it is. So it doesn't sound like you would be happy in this kind of relationship, and it's not you being closed-minded. I think that
it's what you're not into.
I wouldn't be into experimenting with Steve and I being in a polyamorous relationship. Not at all.
But like maybe like a little bit, like a little tiny bit.
No.
But like have you ever thought about it a little?
Or do you want this? Is that what you're?
What if she's like so hot?
I don't get where this is going.
No, that's what some of these dudes do.
Well, then like you can experiment and have a threesome if that's what you want. But it sounds like this guy wants an actual polyamorous relationship. That is not a threesome.
Right.
That is an actual relationship. And if you don't think that you could share or that you'd be into the third person, then I don't think you should do this.
I'm hearing you, but it sounds like you're still a little bit open to it.
Me?
Yeah.
No.
See, that's what I'm saying. So you're sitting there with this guy, you're giving him a wall of like, I don't think I'm into this, and he's like, that's what's going on. We agreed to it. Like, hello.
Right. And so if this is a deal breaker for him, then I feel like you just have to be willing to let that go and just understand that that person is not loving you for you, all of you. Because if he loved you for all of you and all of you does not want to be in a polyamorous relationship, then it would work. But if that's a deal breaker, then it's a deal breaker, and I wouldn't make that deal.
Feelings are not laws, right? So he's basically going like, we had a law at the beginning of our thing. It passed. Okay, it passed both houses and it's now enacted, and we never got to do it, but that was the law when we started. But you built an entire relationship on top of this, right? And it wasn't about the law. So he's basically going back through the text, going like, "Hey, here you said this," and it's like, "Look, I don't feel that way anymore." What can you do after that?
This happens a lot too with couples I've heard where they get into a relationship and they both agree they don't want children, like 0 children, we're both on the same page, and then something happens hormonally or whatever, and one party decides, actually I do want children, and now you're like 8 years in, everything was going smoothly, but now this person kind of changed their mind, and they didn't know that they were going to change their mind at the time when they first got involved, but now they changed their mind, and so they have to make kind of the decision.
It's a pretty big decision, isn't it? Like, isn't it? Having a kid or like having someone else join your relationship is a huge decision.
Yeah.
So this shouldn't be taken so lightly where, hey, we agreed on this. This is the law we had a couple years ago. Like, that's not fair.
No. But
and by the way, why? Okay. If this guy like it sounds like he's trying to manufacture just this dream life that he made for himself. Like it doesn't sound like something, because he's even saying he doesn't know who the chick is. He's not trying to open his relationship because he met somebody and he's in love with them and he has enough room in his heart for 2 people or whatever the fuck thing is.
Yeah.
He just wants this technicality lived out because he's had this fantasy.
Right. That's so true.
Fuck his stupid fantasy. Live your life, girl. And
yeah, if he had met someone that he's like in love with,
it's a different thing.
Yeah, that's so weird.
Isn't that weird?
I don't know.
He's trying to live his dream life out, and unfortunately, it means you're not enough. And I think that that's weak sauce.
That sucks.
Weak sauce.
Yeah, I would say break up.
100% break up. Thank you.
But yeah, 5 years, ugh, it sucks.
Sucks, dude.
Yeah.
Sucks. But you know what? Sucks for the person who's in an 8-year relationship and then the person wants a kid. It's the same shit.
You just shouldn't settle though.
It's untenable.
It doesn't matter how many years it's been. You shouldn't settle on something that's not going to make you fulfilled and happy. Like if someone's always saying you're not enough and they need more, like you're just not going to be happy in that relationship.
And it doesn't matter if you're the one who's like, oh, I don't want to have a kid, it will make me miserable. Like that means that's a bad move for you, right? And if the person's like, well, I want a kid, it will make me happy, like and it's bad for the other partner, it's the same situation.
So there you go.
Good
I
luck.
hope that helps. Help, kitten. All right. This one's called Help Needed Across the Ocean. Maybe it's fishing related.
Oh, wow. I would love a fishing question.
Hey, Nikki and Steve. First of all, thank you for this amazing podcast. I listen to it every day on my way to work, which is an hour driving away. I feel like I'm really part of the conversation. I like that you're doing your best to give an honest and well-argumented response to the questions. Oh, my God. Thank you so much.
You're very welcome. Thank you. And welcome to the Sunglasses
And you're welcome,
episode.
and thank you. And only one party is wearing sunglasses. I'm a 24-year-old guy from the Netherlands. Imagine that's this girl's boyfriend.
Oh, I'll be sick.
The last
I'd
question.
be sick.
These Netherlands people.
We had a deal. That's his subject
Oh, no, I
line.
mean the girl that was living with her boyfriend's family.
Oh, I see.
other
That's
guy-
funny. That's
yeah.
funny.
All right. I'm a 24-year-old guy from the Netherlands. At this moment, my life is pretty great. Oh, good for you, man. I recently got promoted at work. I'm a store manager now. And more importantly, my mental health is good. Oh, hell yeah.
Awesome.
I've suffered from a 2-year-long depression, but I'm out of the depression now. The only thing that is missing at the moment is a girlfriend. Okay.
No problem.
Okay, we'll
No
hear you
problem.
out.
You're in a good spot.
Some backstory, because I don't necessarily think that, like, you shouldn't think of it as a piece of you missing. Like, a girlfriend should just enhance
Yes.
whoever you are, but you are a whole person. Okay? Anyway, backstory. In the 24 years I'm on this earth, I've never been in a relationship. This is something I really want. Between the age of 16 and 20, I have tried to ask some girls out, but I always got rejected. One time the girl I asked out laughed at me and bullied me for it. Oh, dear.
Jesus, dude.
This hurt a lot and left a scar on me. Every time I wanted to ask a girl on a date, this scenario spooks around in my head, and it really made me insecure. At one moment, when I was 21, my body was craving for some intimacy. I get that feeling. This maybe sounds weird, but it felt like that. It's not weird that you're horny.
Yeah, come on, bro.
And because it didn't get any, my body reacted by producing panic attacks. The
wow.
thoughts of not being boyfriend material, quote unquote, were feeding these panic attacks, and that started my 2 years of depression. After 1.5 years of doing nothing about it, I visited a therapist. They helped me get rid of the panic attacks and snapped me out of my depression. Now I'm 24, and I still haven't experienced any dating. The step I have to take in asking someone out is still very difficult for me. It's not that I can't talk to girls. 80% of my closest friends are female. They all say I have a lot to offer and that I'm very social and loyal. Too bad that girls I like never experience that because I don't get that chance. Finding someone is a task itself. I'm not really someone who goes to clubs, and online dating just doesn't work for me. I've never made it through the meat inspection. Oh, what is that?
Like the first touch, maybe?
Oh.
Like, hi.
My question to you, do you have any suggestions on how to make this process easier for me? And do you know any other ways to meet girls? Thank you for letting me be a crybaby. I hope my English wasn't that bad. Greetings from a fellow Monster fan. Mario Party 7 is the best Mario Party.
Hell yeah, bro. Hell yeah,
Truth.
dude. Absolute truth.
Truth, bruv. Yeah, okay. Yeah, and also your English was great.
Fantastic English.
Yeah, it's a good job for that.
Well Englished.
Yeah, this is tough. So my question, I guess, is he says it's not that he can't talk to girls. 80% of my closest friends are female. They all say I have a lot to offer and I'm very social and loyal. Too bad girls I like never experience that because I don't get that chance. How come? I feel like, what kind of girls do you like? And are you sure that you like those type of girls, or is it like you like the idea of that type of girl? Because I feel like if you can talk to females, I feel like your girlfriend should be like your best friend. So it should be someone that's really easy for you to talk to. Yep. Someone that's like got common interests, conversation goes smoothly. It shouldn't be someone that's gonna bully you if you ask them on a date.
Well, that's just like, so, okay, a very smaller incident happened to me, my friend.
Oh.
So I understand your pain a little bit on a very much smaller scale. But I had a girlfriend when I was in high school who did not like me smiling in pictures. And it did something to me for sure. Like I still to this day smile all fucking weird in pictures. I'm sure everyone knows that.
Yeah, it's real weird.
Yeah, I just can't get over the fact that when I smile, I think it's ugly. And that sucks. It sucks, right?
You just have to practice in the mirror.
I know.
I used to have an ugly smile. Then I practiced a lot, and now it's really cute.
It is very cute.
Thank you.
I agree.
You just have to learn how to like muscle memory your facial muscles, your facial muscles.
But you're not weak for feeling that way. Like when that happened to you, like the fact that kind of echoed through your life does not make you weak. Does not make you a crybaby. All this kind of shit.
Yeah.
Like you had an honest experience, and it sucked. And it's hard when you're putting yourself out there, you're being vulnerable. It's hard for that not to reverberate, right? So everything you just said, I think is very reasonable. And as far as fixing this and getting with somebody new, it's about, something I'm struggling with when it comes to the smile situation, very much smaller. But it's just about letting go, letting the fuck go of that shit. And I guess I still haven't even done that. I just realized that right now. So, hopefully, you can just move on from that by forgiving the situation, right? By going like, man, like I put myself out there, it didn't work out, but that was one time, not all times. Mm-hmm. And then it's about moving forward with a clean slate in your mind. Because if I, God forbid, went through what you went through, I would definitely have a hard time asking.
Me
chicks
too,
out.
for sure.
For sure.
I mean, rejection feels awful. In a similar way, I didn't get rejected from asking guys out, but from auditioning over and over and over again, I started like the more I didn't book, the more I was like, oh, there's something wrong with me, and then it makes you more insecure, and then the lack of confidence shows, and then that's not attractive. And it's almost like you becoming a self-fulfilling prophecy because you're so insecure and feeling like nobody wants you that then nobody wants you,
Yeah, and so in a weird way, it's funny because I'll see Instagram comments or whatever, and it's like, what's with Steve's smile? And I'm like, well, that's not my real smile. Like, so you don't even get to see. You don't get to see my real smile. But then I'm like, that's so sad in a way.
Yeah, hold back.
Yeah, so you're whoever you're presenting right now, it might not be exactly who you are, my friend, and maybe that's where you start. Because it sounds like you're really into the idea of having somebody, but if you're not like putting yourself like out there, maybe they're not even knowing who they're getting back.
Right, and like I think you need to like yourself first. So I think that's what you're saying, right? Yeah. So you got through this year-long depression, so you're just starting to get your feet on the ground again, right? And when you start to love yourself and like what you bring to the table, then you can just see the person as another person. You're not looking at the person as a potential mate. Like, I need this person to like me so I can have sex with them and intimate relationships with them. Like, you're just looking at this person like you're making a new friend. And I know what I'm bringing to the table, and if you like it, cool, and if you don't like it, then we're just not going to get along. So it doesn't matter if that person doesn't like me. It's not personal. It is personal because they don't like me, but it's not like we're never going to get along because they don't like who I am.
And it's that confidence in yourself, no matter, right? You don't have to be the most bare-chested fucking alpha male, any of that kind of bullshit, right? You're just confident about being yourself. That's it. And when people see that, it attracts people. It just does. Like, you just like to talk to people who are like themselves and feel like have like a positive aura, I guess.
Yeah, when you go to a job interview, the most successful job interviews are where you're also interviewing the person.
Absolutely.
Where you're like, do I even want to work here?
Exactly.
So think of it like that too. It's a two-way street. It's not just you applying for the job, like going on a date and like hoping they like you. It's like you got to interview them too. Do you like them? Mm-hmm. And like, is this going to be something that works for both of you? Is it a friendship and then more? I think that maybe you might put people on a pedestal. It sounds like like my girlfriends are different than the girls I like. It's like, well, they should be kind of the same, but just one you're more
romantically
physically attracted to. Yeah. And that's it. I mean,
that's where it starts, man.
It's the mindset at first, I think. But you're getting there. I think
you really are getting there.
Yeah.
You've gone so far. Like it's amazing. So just keep it up out there.
Figure out the things that you really like about yourself, and then just like amplify those. Like focus on those, and
then just do them. Like I know I got a buddy who's super into fucking wingsuiting. Okay, loves parachuting and wingsuiting.
I was just thinking about him the other day.
He's the best. He's a good guy, right? But So he just goes and does his favorite thing, right? He likes to go wingsuiting, so he goes in fucking wingsuits. And if he meets a cool girl there, fine. But he's there to wingsuit.
Yeah.
And that's kind of, so you're talking about meeting people and all this stuff. Just go do what you like to do. And if you meet people there, they'll probably be more in your lane than people that you're desperately searching for.
Yeah, exactly.
My man.
And on that note, we're going to take a break. And when we come back, we're going to answer a few more of your questions.
Stay tuned for part 2 of the sunglasses episode. By the way, it's being overwhelmingly reviewed right now.
That's awesome.
The reviews are really, really, really good.
I'm so stoked on that. Hey, are you listening to Shit They Don't Tell You? Because if not, how are you listening to this ad about Shit They Don't Tell You?
It's because they can't turn it off. They don't know how to turn it off.
Well, that's pretty convenient for
They're
us.
throwing their phone on the ground right now.
Once you can figure
it
it out, could you please rate us and subscribe and tell us that we're beautiful?
Listen,
we want it.
We need the validation. But mostly we need the ratings because that's basically how the world is
That's
run.
how we continue to make more and more and more of this content, this glorious content that you love so much.
If you like the show, support the show. And if you don't like the show, support the show.
And it's for free. The stars are for free.
Yeah, you give them away for free. It's not like if you give 5 stars, you pay more money. They should have charged for every single star. I would have made so much money. It just made a killing.
And we're back to the sunglasses episode with my dad.
It's going so well, guys. I was just reading all of your comments during the break. There is a lot of scandal about the sunglasses episode, though. There's a lot of controversy. People are saying Steve's wearing sunglasses because he's smoking weed or something like that. I just want to be on the record. I do not smoke weed.
We don't smoke weed.
So there's no. I don't have.
We're not against weed, but we don't personally
not
partake.
But I don't have red eyes. Just a cool guy wearing cool sunglasses. That's it. Sunglasses episode.
Oh shit, you're a cool guy?
Just a cool guy. I'm not the cool guy.
Okay. I thought you were dad. I thought that was the look you were going for.
It's not the look I'm going for.
Oh, I would have introduced you completely different. I just thought, wow, I did not get the cool guy part at all.
It's not the look I'm going for.
Hi, I'm Nikki Limo, and I'm here with a cool guy.
Thank you.
All right, next question is Friends That Flake, Advice Please is the title.
Oh no.
Hi Nikki and Steve. I love you both and follow your podcast religiously, rated at 5 stars. Oh my god, thank you so much. That really helps us out. By the way, if you can all rate us 5 stars in the iTunes.
It helps
us so much.
So
you don't even understand.
Open a new account. I don't care if you've already done it. Open a new account and do it again. do it multiple times.
You guys help me out through some tough life situations with all your insight and make me feel less alone on a daily basis. Oh, I'm so happy for that. I have a question/frustration that might be applicable for others too. I'm a girl in my 20s and I'm part of different friend groups. Most of my friends I have known for over a decade and I love them all very much. Whoa, since you were in your early teens, 10s? I take attending their birthday celebrations, events, social gatherings seriously, and I'm always there when invited with full enthusiasm. However, the feeling isn't always mutual, and some of my friends are flaky. There are some friends who don't attend or flake out on the events that I plan. It's very hurtful and discouraging, especially when I always make the effort to attend everyone's. In the past, it has gotten to the point where I stress out about who will attend and cannot enjoy myself at my gathering. Are you a Pisces?
Ouchies.
I know I have gotten better at decreasing my expectations from people, but my question is, why have people normalized flakiness and unreliableness so much? Is this what other people deal with within their friendships too? Is this maybe an American thing? Yeah. I understand things do come up for people and sometimes they aren't available, but I'm grappling with the idea if this is even normal or if I'm just too sensitive on the matter. Please let me know your insight. Thank you guys so much. Much love, Anonymous.
Listen, America, we're country of flakes, okay?
It's true.
Some people flaked during the revolution.
Canceling is so fun to do.
Oh, yeah.
When plans get
It's
canceled.
so much fun.
I personally can't do it because I'm a people pleaser. So, if I said I was going to be there, I'm going to be there. I might not be there with full enthusiasm, but I'll definitely be there if I said I was going to be there.
I am about 50%.
Yeah.
Okay. If I tell you I'm going to do
You flake so much.
If I tell you I'm going to do something, I will do it.
Maybe.
I will do it. No.
On your schedule.
But. No. If I have a timeline
okay.
and I tell you I'm going to do something, I will get it done day and day. Day
Continue.
And day. If I don't know, I just feel like hanging out with my wife or something, which I do mostly.
Yeah.
I can't fucking wait to cancel. I can't fucking wait.
Or leave early.
But then sometimes I'm like, we have to drive so far.
I know. Sometimes it's so far.
So far. Let's just stay at home, order Thai food, watch Love Island. Sounds good.
That's my love language.
You know what I'm saying?
I'm a home ass body.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And I just like hanging out with you. So But I like hanging out with people too.
No, you love hanging out with people.
Well, right, but it recharges me in a different way.
Yeah.
I can still recharge with you as long as we're talking.
Right.
If we're just sitting there watching a show where we don't really talk the whole time,
That's what
it's
I'm
different.
talking about. I would like to have more dinner dates I know
Same.
we're quarantined, so we can't go out to a restaurant anymore. That used to be where we got our talking in.
Yeah.
But okay. Anyway, back to your
No, let's
question.
talk about us.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, I love
Yeah, me
when
too.
we order Thai
Me too.
food and we have we light the candles in the middle
I love
of
it.
the table, and it's like we're at a restaurant, but we're not really at a restaurant.
It's the best.
And we play some music, some jazz or something.
We could have a little dance party or something.
Yeah. Should we go back to our question now, or?
Nah, I'm
Talking about-
I'm
okay.
kind of stuck here.
So I also love the next morning when I sleep in and
Yeah.
you wake up early and you
Yeah.
clean the whole kitchen.
I know, it's cool,
It
right?
turns me on.
Doesn't it?
Turns me on, bruh.
Yeah, I'm going to do that more even.
I wish you liked morning sex more, because I would
I'll do morning sex.
I would
You wanna
sex
do-
you after cleaning.
Yeah, would
'cause
you really?
It's so hot.
But usually I'm pretty sweaty after that.
That's true. Maybe if you rinsed off.
Okay.
If
Okay,
we
we can
both
make that
rinsed
work.
off, because I probably smell bad
We
because I
could-
haven't put deodorant on.
Oh, right. What was her question?
Oh, so her question is about friends that flake.
Right.
And yes, American thing for sure. I don't know what culture you're from, but I can tell you 100% America likes to flake.
Oh.
But I personally don't like to flake. I also but on your side, just to give you more advice, I don't think you should let it break your day,
Yeah.
So that's a little bit of a codependent behavior that you feel. It's almost like you're showing up with the expectation that they'll also return it to you, which is kind of like, it's not really that giving of you, because you're doing it with conditions. You're showing up and giving enthusiasm, but you'll be really pissed if they don't do the same back. And
It's too intense.
if you want to give. If you want to give your time, your energy, your beautiful self, then give. But if the friendships are real, then don't put those expectations on your friends.
If you're
as well.
taking it too seriously, if you're the only person in the room taking it that seriously, then maybe you got to kind
Yeah.
of chill a little bit.
It also feels less genuine, because it's like you're not doing it just because that's who you are. You're doing it because you want
expect
it back.
that from them.
And I understand how hurtful it can feel when you feel like you give all yourself away and then you don't have anyone giving back. And I do understand that, but maybe you could meet other people that also enjoy that sort of thing.
Yeah, but keep it to your close friends, though. I think your close friends are the ones that you expect to come to your birthday or whatever it is, right?
Yeah.
Like the kind of if you expect everyone to do the same thing.
Well, it sounds like it is her. It is her close friend.
The closest.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know, but even that though. So my closest friends, we're all low maintenance friends. Those
Sure.
I call low maintenance friends. And I really fucking love my low maintenance friendships, because they're my tightest friends. They know me inside and out. When they show up, it's like my favorite time. We just get along.
a
We
whole
get on
energy.
like a house on fire.
Yeah, for
okay. So
sure.
we just have inside jokes. We catch up. It's like no time has passed. We're definitely both enthusiastic. But if one of us can't make it, if we had it planned and they can't make it,
Tanya?
we don't. Well, it's called out.
Sure.
There's no resentment there, because if I force her to come or I guilt trip her into coming,
It's not fun.
she's not there because she wants to be there.
She's your hostage.
She's there and she hates being there, and then it's not fun. It's not like the
And they don't look
same
forward to next time.
feeling. You don't want to trap people by guilt tripping them. So, and when you kind of put too much emphasis on this and you're letting resentment build up, it's gonna happen whether you're trying to or not. You're gonna guilt trip them whether you're trying to or not, because you feel that resentment
And
building
then
up.
you're the intense friend that people don't want to hang
And
with
then
as
people
much.
don't want to show up.
Yeah.
Yeah. So kind of live and let live, go with the flow. Understand that it's not a personal attack on you. Sometimes I just can't make it because mental health wise, I feel like I can't stop crying. All day I'm just crying, and I feel like if I show up at your party, I'm going to ruin it because I'm going to make it about me because I'm crying and I can't stop crying. And so I'd rather just not show up rather than detract from your fun party or your fun event. And so that I hope that no one ever takes that personally. I try to be as open as possible with my friends when I do that. Hey, I'm just really struggling today mentally. But Yeah.
You don't know what people are going through.
You just don't know what people are going through in their own personal
I will
lives.
say though, no matter what my family's going through, when you tell me you're coming to my wedding, and then we pay for catering,
Oh yeah.
we pay for you to be there, and we pay all the shit, and then you don't show up, like all my fucking aunts and uncles and cousins.
Tell them.
That's why I haven't talked to you in 5 years.
Yeah.
Or 3 years.
That is the one caveat I will say. If you are doing an event and you ask for RSVPs and you are, specifically paying for that number of people to be there, that's really fucking rude to not show up.
We got the ice sculpture bigger because we expected more people there. You understand?
Well, we cut a whole list of friends that we couldn't invite because your family said they were showing up.
Scandals to this day, by the way. Scandals to this day.
It's true. It gets brought up all the time.
And I'm like, we couldn't invite you because my fucking family didn't show up.
Our current closest friends, JK News people, were not invited to our wedding.
True.
Because they were on the B list at that time in our lives.
And they should have been, by the way. And they should have been.
But they would have.
We knew them a little bit.
Had we known.
A little bit.
Had we known.
But true.
They would have been up there. They would have been promoted. And then we could have looked back on fond memories of all of our current closest friends being at our wedding. Anyway, I digress. If you are paying for something and the people don't show up, that is where I think you can be very upset. But
if you're watching this, my aunts and uncles, oh man, did you fuck up? You fucked with the wrong sunglasses wearing cool dude.
Also, can I just say, if they don't give you the warning that they're not showing up, if they say, I'm going to be there, and then they just don't show up, that's not okay either. They should communicate to you that they're not showing up. Even if it's a last minute bailout, they should still at least text you or call you and tell you they're not going to make it.
If you're watching this, hey Mark, spam the breakup button. Break up! That's what I think about you.
With your family?
There it is. Only the ones who said they'd show, but they didn't show.
But anyway, you're so sweet. And I know this comes from a loving place that you're like, I just want to give and make people happy, but and they don't return the favor. But they will. You'll meet people that will, and don't take it personally. That's all.
Yeah, love it.
It's hard. It's easier said than done. I understand.
I definitely didn't take anything personally.
I took a lot of things personally. Oh, you actually did. That was sarcasm. That was sarcasm.
No. Mark, can you hit the breakup button until it breaks?
Stop. Break up! All right. Overbearing and judgmental parents. Ooh. Hey, Nikki and Steve. I'm big fans of your podcast. Love the Iceman and Icebreaker dynamic. Thank you. Breaker 123. Your relationship has taught me a lot about healthy relationships, so thank you. Oh my gosh. You're welcome.
Thank you.
I'm writing in because I have found myself in an uncomfortable and oftentimes hurtful situation regarding my partner and her parents. For some context, my partner and I are both 19. We've been together for nearly 2 years, but have been close friends, quote unquote, for far longer. We go to college on opposite coasts and do long distance in the school year, but we get to see each other in the summer when we come home to see our families. Wow, that must be really hard.
Damn.
This is where my problem begins. The entire time we've been home from school these past few months, we were sent home early due to COVID. My partner's parents have become increasingly judgmental about our relationship. They have always been incredibly controlling, requiring her to ask permission before going anywhere and leaving most of the housework to be her responsibility. My partner has had trouble pushing against this because it's what she's been raised with and doesn't want to hurt her parents' feelings. Lately, however, they've become increasingly rude to me and have started trying to restrict her from seeing me even more than usual. When my partner has brought it up to them, they say often that they are worried about her because she doesn't see any other friends because we've been in lockdown or do her usual free time activities.
Right now, dude.
Yeah, exactly. They have even gone so far as to imply that I'm a bad influence on her and that I'm trying to control her. When my partner is with me, she tells me these things aren't true and that she's the most herself when she's with me. Yet I'm absolutely terrified at the possibility that this is true. When her parents insult me or make snide comments behind my back, she does little to defend me and has only attempted to recently upon my asking. I love her and I understand it must be hard for her, but I can't help but feeling unsupported by her letting this happen repeatedly. I have told her this, but she's gotten upset with me because she doesn't want to, quote unquote, choose between me and her parents. I'm not asking her to choose. I just want a little more support from her. It's very hurtful to see her parents act this way as well because when we were friends for a long time, they seemed to treat me nicely. I'm very hurt by her parents and I'm hurt by her not defending me, but I feel as if I can't talk to her about it because I don't want to make her choose between us. I'm entirely at a loss of what to do and feel very alone. Should I break up with her even though I really love her? Should I try to talk to her more about the situation situation even though she's not receptive?
No.
Should I try to continue to ignore it until we are older and have more agency? Am I trying to control her, and do I need to reevaluate my role in this situation? Thanks for reading and the good advice you give. Sorry this was so long, and I appreciate you sticking with it. Hope all is well for you both. Stay healthy, Sticky. Please keep this anonymous.
We love you, no problem.
We love you.
I got you on this one, bro. Are you fucking ready for this shit? Get
Yes.
your fucking notepad out, dude. Okay, I got
You
you.
gonna keep your sunglasses on for this one?
Yeah, I am.
Serious time.
Call a family meeting
Okay.
with the family, okay?
Her family.
The thing that is missing here, with your girlfriend there, by the way.
Yeah.
The thing that is missing here is fucking respect. They don't respect you, my man. And that needs to be established immediately. Like, if like I've had situations like this before where I felt that a parent was not being respectful of me, and I was always very respectful of them, right? And there is a whole thing like where you're with the chick's parents, and I mean you should treat them a little bit better maybe than they treat you. No problem, right? Like all that kind of shit's like pretty normal. But as far as like not talking shit goes, that shouldn't happen. That should not be happening. And so you need to sit down with the people and be like, hey, I understand that you have some kind of problem with me. I would like to air this problem out. I would like to try to discuss this as adults, because you are an adult. And all I ask for you don't have to like me, but I do need you to respect me. And you don't have to like our relationship, but I do need you to respect our relationship.
I think they'll respect you more for doing this.
I do too.
To be honest. My theory, if you want to hear my theory on this, is that, and I've encountered this before with both my own parents and people I was with, parents at certain times, is that I think, you know, you guys got together when you were 17. And they thought, oh, it's a puppy love, you know? Yeah. And once they go away to college, they'll be on separate coasts. They're going to like meet new people. They'll forget about each other. They'll move on to their grown-up relationships. But you guys stayed together, and that wasn't part of the plan. And so now you're seeing each other more and more, and they want her to grow and meet new people. Like, you can't be stuck in your puppy love relationship. Yeah. And a lot of times this is projection from the parents themselves, who maybe they felt stuck in their relationship early on, and they just want her to experience everything that they didn't get to, that they feel like they're protecting her from their own mistakes.
Because they have the perfect pattern and the perfect path and all this bullshit.
Yeah, and they want to prevent them from being stuck in a relationship too long when there's other people out there. Yeah, and
they have no idea.
They almost try to set it up that way. It's like, oh, we're doing what's best for her.
And they never even know how shitty their kid is, by the way.
It's true.
But not talking to you, my friend. But point being, that level of respect is not established, and so all you need to do is at least give that a try, right?
Yeah.
Like that needs to happen. And it's really just a thing where you sit down and you tell them, like, hey, I don't have a problem with you. Like, and by the way, your daughter is a beautiful, intelligent woman with agency. Like, she is not stuck with me. She has picked me, and you should respect her decisions.
Yeah.
And when she makes a call, you should support her calls. Like, and when it, not even just including me. Like, I'm talking about like anything that your daughter wants to do, you should support, and I do. And that's what I'm here to do is support what your daughter wants to do with her life as her partner. So if you can't respect that, at least we got to talk about it today. And that's all I have to say. And I respect the both of you.
Yeah. Well, I don't know you guys yet, so maybe I don't respect you.
Well, but you need to respect them.
Yes.
If that's your chick's parents or dude's parents, you
need
to respect them.
No. I was just kidding.
This is not a place for humor, Nikki.
No, I'm sorry.
This is not that place.
I kind of zoned out for a second because I was thinking about the last question of the last person, and I wanted to say that she doesn't actually need to show up with that much enthusiasm to her people's events either. Like, no one asked her to do that. So, but I just wanted to put that out there too, because sometimes I feel like I tried way too hard and no one asked me to do that, but then I still resent them for not trying as hard.
Hey, Mark, can we break up with Nikki's train of thought? Wake up! Thank you very much, Mark.
I'm so sorry. I didn't respect you in that moment to like respect you enough to listen to Steve's advice to your question, but I do respect you.
There it is.
And I think that is correct, and I think that your girlfriend's parents will respect you a lot for having an adult, mature conversation with them.
They better.
And if they don't, then they're not mature themselves.
Yes, and that should be called out too. It's like, hey, when you guys talk bad about me behind my back, it creates an environment where we could all just be sniping at each other in the shadows and not addressing anything. And what kind of family is that? Like, or what kind of environment is that?
Be open to hearing their criticisms.
Exactly.
And as long as it's constructive and they're not just going at you, bullying you.
Yeah, if you have a problem with me, let's talk about it.
Hey, like, what exactly do you have a problem with? How can I help?
Exactly.
Where can
I address?
Yeah, where can I make your mind at ease more?
Yeah, how can we cohabitate?
That kind of
thing. Your daughter is a smart person who made a decision. You should support your daughter's decision, and whatever issues you have with me, let's go right now.
Yeah. So there you go. Hope it works out for you.
And then physically fight him. Physically fight the dad. And if you dominate him,
next question.
They will respect you.
Next question. Okay. Soulmate or soul sucker? Help. I like that.
Nice.
All right. Please keep me anonymous. Okay. We will. Hey, Nikki and Steve. First off, love the show. It gets me through my work days every week. Oh my gosh, thank you so much. You guys are relationship goals. Sorry if this is long, but I'll try my best to keep it somewhat bearable. Oh, it's not long at all, by the way. Whoa, I was expecting to scroll. No, you're good.
We've read some books, my friend.
So I'm a 26-year-old guy, soon to be 27. Great age, by the way. That's like my favorite age was 27. I'm in love with this girl who's my best friend. We went to high school together and I had a huge crush on her, but I never had the courage to go up and talk to her. Oh my God, this is adorable. We've been through a lot. She knows I'm in love with her. Oh, she knows I'm in love with her and I want to be with her. At one point, she felt something for me too, even though she has a boyfriend. Yikes, I know that's what you're thinking. Move on, man. She's taken. I wish it was that simple for me. They've had their issues and broke up before. This might sound corny, but I believe she's my soulmate or the one, people say. I've never felt this way for a girl, and I've never felt as happy as I am when I'm with her. Even though she's with this guy, I can't help but say, I'm waiting for her. They've had issues before, and they'll most likely break up again, so I'm choosing to wait to be with her because I believe she is the one for me. I've been told by people, don't put your life on hold for her, and I honestly don't think I am. I'm still living my life. So do you think I'm wasting my time and waiting for someone who I believe is my soulmate and might never be with, or should I stick to it? Thanks, Anonymous.
You dirty dog.
I have so many thoughts, but I'll let you go first.
He's waiting in the wings.
And that's fine.
He's a dirty,
how do you feel about it? How do you feel about it?
Okay, so here's the thing. He has what is called unrequited love.
Sure.
So how in the hell does he know that he loves her if she doesn't love him back?
Because they've been friends for a long time.
Okay, here we go. Go ahead, Nikki.
Okay. Here's my advice to you. Okay, so I felt this way before about Steve. Okay.
Iceman.
We were friends for a long time. I got to see his behavior and I'm like, you know what? That's the type of guy that I would fall in love with. My advice to you is don't necessarily wait in the wings for her, but just know that this type of person is the type of person you would like to be with.
Yes.
So maybe don't put all your eggs in one basket of like, it has to be her or nothing, because then you're closing yourself up to like, what if there's someone even more perfect for you, but they have everything that she has, but even more? You don't know. We don't know. We don't know if she's her soulmate. But I would say that's a great standard to go by. So I don't believe in just getting with somebody else just to not put your life on hold. Like, I got to move on, because then that person's just a placeholder and you'll always be like waiting for that girl to break up.
Unrequited love is a powerful drug. It's a very powerful drug.
I'm not done.
Oh, I'm sorry.
So when you're dating, you have that standard to like, you compare her with that person, and if that person doesn't reach that level, that standard, then no, it's not good enough. And then you don't settle.
Notes the whole time.
And then exactly. And if she happens to break up with her boyfriend, if they happen to break up, then cool. Then you get to actually see if that's your soulmate. You get to actually like try it out. But if not, you can't like be so dependent. Your happiness can't be so dependent on waiting for them to break up. Like, it just has to be a template. Okay, now you can go.
No, and also too, I mean, from the other side of the fence, right? So you were the unrequited love and I was the unrequited love E.
Okay.
And so I did not, this is my pre Iceman, post Ace days. Like, I didn't know that you were that into me. Like, I had no idea until...
Me neither, by the way, until I was single for 8 months. I was super into my boyfriend, and then we broke up, and I was still I couldn't get over him. Like,
I'm a one-woman kind of guy, so I was zoomed all the way in
so
on...
I did not know that I liked you like that until I kind of flushed him out of my system.
Yeah.
And then, like, was observing you on set and stuff, and I was like, whoa, this has been it all along. Like...
Yeah, and see, I think that... having no fucking idea that you were around the corner.
Yeah.
I was ready for a myriad of things. One of my favorite words right now. And
It's a great word.
I just think that I just looked it up, and I just found myself being even more. I don't know. I was able to match you.
Yeah.
Where you were at because I was ready for it. Whereas with this chick, it sounds like she's
not there yet.
Got something else to figure out right now.
Yeah.
And you can't be arsed to just chill and wait for her either. Like,
yeah.
You should do what Nikki said and start playing the field a little bit and seeing
I
if you
almost
can find
wish
your...
she didn't know how you felt about her too.
Yeah,
because it places a lot of pressure and expectations on her. Like as soon as her and her boyfriend break up and you reach out, she's gonna know what you want, and she's already like she's not done processing her feelings yet.
I didn't know how deep into me you were back then, and that would have created like stakes.
Yeah.
Instead, I was able to like energy match you in our feelings. Because it got intense when we were together.
Yeah.
It wasn't like you were all over me from minute one.
Right.
Like
finally my chance.
Yeah. It was a build. It was like going up the stairs. We went up very quickly.
Because I actually was pretty against it because his best friend set us up. But I had told his best friend, do not say a word to Steve until at least 6 months because I wanted him to fully process his feelings before he even knew that I was into him at all. But that's not how it happened because his best friend spilled the beans.
Spilled the beans immediately.
And
I thought I was in for a life of crime, frankly. I thought I was not going to be dating anyone for a while. I was probably going to go back to the pool hall scene that I came from and start getting money from that and like start, working on my YouTube channel like harder and shit. But man, did that change when I got it with you, chick.
That's right.
Yep.
I did that.
You did that. So.
Yeah, you need timing is all.
But my man, just look at me real quick, my man. Look at me, okay? You don't know that you're in love yet.
Yes, that's true.
I promise you. I've been there. I've had an unrequited love situation where I thought all this bullshit. And I'm not saying what you're feeling is bullshit, but you had definitely
you haven't been with her yet.
Yes.
So you don't know.
There's a fantasy, dude.
Yeah.
You don't know the reality yet because it's all in your head. Your whole love story's in your fucking head right now, bro. You haven't had any real world act outs from it yet.
And that's how I went into it with you too, was just like I don't want to place any expectations on this because that's not fair. Like even though I feel like we would be soulmates, I don't want you set yourself up for failure if you just place all those projections immediately. That's not fair to the other person. So I was very like, I know what I bring to the table, and if you're not meeting what I thought we would be together, then I'm ready to walk.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Bingo.
That's the bingo.
And dude, if I got with this chick that I unrequited was into over Nikki, I mean, man, shame on me. Seriously, shame on me. Because like, I got a way better situation than I even knew was even possible back then, right? Like, back then you think the rocket can only go so high.
The universe laughed at you.
Exactly.
Laughed in your face.
It did.
But yeah, so just use her as a template. Like, don't close yourself off. If there's someone right around the corner that you're like, you didn't even know, and then they meet everything. I just want you to have that so bad. Like, I want that for you.
Yeah, use her as a template.
I want you to have your actual soulmate.
Nikki's saying, take a woman, a living, breathing woman, and use her like she's a Photoshop tool.
That's what you were.
That's what you're basically saying, right?
You were a template.
That's what you're basically just said about a human being.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Also, not physically, because I was like, whatever. They can look like whatever. Absolutely whatever.
We can move on.
Personality-wise, I need it to be there. Anyway, well, moving on to that's the end of our show. Thank you so much for submitting your questions. I have a few more questions here. Maybe we'll get to them next time.
The sunglasses episode's in the book.
If you would like to submit a question, you can submit to podcast@nikki.limo. Also, don't be sure to rate us on iTunes. Don't be scared.
Please, it helps so much.
Don't be scared to do that. Please do that. Also, subscribe if you're watching this on YouTube. Also, if you'd like to see our facial reactions, you can go look at us on YouTube, youtube.com/Nikki Limo. That's where it's posted. And we love you guys. I hope that helped.
We appreciate all our Patreons.
Thank you for watching.
Helped so much. We appreciate you guys.
Patreon.com/Sticky. We do live streams every month. We also do a bonus episode of Should They Don't Tell You called Should They Don't Tell You After Dark.
After Dark. And we also post this show one day early on our Patreon.
Oh, yeah. You can watch this. It's actually 2 days early.
It's 2 days early.
Well, wait.
No,
it's 1 day before the audio, 2 days before the video.
So there you go. Figure that one out.
Figure it out. Because we're not going to explain it again. Okay. We love you guys, and I hope you're having a good time out there with all your breakups.
Hey, Mark, let's break up with these listeners.
Break up!
You are abusing this power.
I love it. I love the breakup button.
I can't wait for the sunglasses episode to be over.
No.